And welcome back to the Classic Tony channel. Thank you so much for coming back. We are continuing our story through Beacon Pines. Let's hop right into it. Really excited to get back into this one. Had a bit of a
Chapter
hiatus there.
5.
Not for recordings and uploads, but just for myself getting behind the camera or getting behind the microphone. I don't have a camera yet. I'm really happy to be back. We last time we escaped with Iggy. We made up with Rollo, and we're kind of going on a little bit of a different path now because we got in a fight with Rollo. We spent the day making some repairs to the treehouse, if you remember. And so now we've gone to the other timeline where Iggy got splashed with that goop, and we escaped. We were able to use the defense system? I forget what it's called. We were able to use the treehouse plunger gun to escape safely. And so now we're going to see what happens as we escape. So let's get into it.
Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luka's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luka pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
So they zip-lined on the line, and they took it to this, through the woods, basically. It just, got shot through the woods, and now all of a sudden they're in this bizarre frozen place. Let's continue, see what happens.
That was actually pretty badass.
Uh-huh. I think we lost him.
Are we up in the mountains?
I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill.
Then what's up with the winter wonderland? Wonderland.
All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. I don't know whose voice this is. Luka. Luka, are you there?
Luka had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Ah, yes, that is.
That's a good buddy Rollo's voice.
Oh, it's that bozo Kerr. It's not. It's not.
It's that bozo Kerr. Yugi boy. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luka looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luka responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in these woods is you.
He speaks, the young man of the hour.
Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess.
Boy howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you?
You knew my parents?
I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luka winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
Oh.
What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report that to Mr. Kerr? Meh. Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we punch out. Try that again.
I don't breathe. I don't breathe when I do that voice because it's
So low, I gotta hold all the air in my lungs and very slowly release it in order to continue talking, and then I forget to breathe, and then it's like...
Sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't shatter anyone's eardrum.
Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with.
What's all this?
Hard to say with all the snow.
I think it's the town sign. I'll just make up the letters under there.
What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weep Woods.
I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go.
I'll see what I can do. Can't make a snowball.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
That doesn't make any sense.
We're in Beacon Pines?
How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here?
I guess we got turned around?
Where did all the snow come from?
Well, it's been colder than normal lately.
There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape.
The puddle we fought at before. It was cold, too. Maybe all of it leads to one source.
You think it's related? What the hell is going on?
We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Yes, we are gonna get you. Sorry. I think my audio is just a little peaky. Sit back further. Maybe you can still, hopefully you can still hear me pretty good. I think so. Hang on. There we go. How's that? There we go. Hopefully we'll get you guys some answers. Oh my goodness, everything's fenced off.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
So pretty. I love when fences and things like that have just that thin layer of ice on them. Looks like the stuff they put up around Weep Woods.
The stuff who put up?
I don't know. Gotta pay better attention. I apologize. I missed a line.
This stuff looks familiar to you.
It looks like the barrels near the puddle I
Shoved me into. Yeah. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luka could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run. Yeah.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luka went hush.
I noticed something different. I don't know if y'all do.
He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone.
What?
There's nothing here but more snow.
There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking.
You can look all you want. I quit.
Iggy, we have to keep going.
You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. This town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone.
We don't know that. You can't just quit.
Do whatever you want. I'm done.
Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luka peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
Oh.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luka a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
Understandably. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luka allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
This part's very sad. It's sweet, but very sad.
The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to say it, but thanks
Huh?
for getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there.
Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This has all happened because I lost my temper.
Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right?
Of course not.
And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper.
But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done.
Huh?
I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works.
Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you?
Of course. Gee, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point.
Why would you go around saying cruel things, trying to get into a fight?
Iggy shrugged.
Oh, I don't know if y'all heard that, but I think I need to take a break. I have to go take in some groceries. There was a car horn outside my window. I will be right back. Thank you all so much. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. No time will have passed for you, but that was about that was about 10 minutes of work for me. I got one of those, like, my job has this thing where you can get like money off of specific deals, and it was like 50% off any grocery order with this company, like one of those like grocery delivery services apps. And I tried it because, you know, why the hell not? Shit's so expensive nowadays, might as well get some money off. And it wasn't bad. The guy was nice. He delivered everything right to the front door, and I just took it right in after him. But I don't know. There's something weird about that to me, where like you're letting somebody else pick what you eat. Like, now obviously I'm saying like I want a, you know, like a bag of potatoes. Like I want a whole thing of white potatoes. But it's like I'm trusting him to pick a bag that doesn't have like rotten tomato. Like, not that he's gonna give me rotten tomatoes, but like like, to me, 90% of shopping for food is picking the one you want. That's like the whole point of why they have produce sections, is so you can like decide, oh, I want this apple, not this apple. This one looks better. And so I don't know, like part of me excuse me, part of me looked at what he gave me and was just like, I never would have picked like half of this. Like the strawberries were like the fruit I got. Like all the fruit I got was just like tired looking, you know, like it was kind of wilty and just on the cusp. And so I guess like they don't give a fuck. Like they're not getting paid much, so I can't like blame them for that. But I almost wonder, because I think it's like the store does the shopping and then they give it to a delivery person who's for another company, and then that person brings it over. So I think the person who delivers it is completely separate from the person who picks it out. So I wonder if the store is just like, well, we have all this old produce, let's get rid of it, and this is the easiest way. But hey, I make smoothies. I don't care. I'm gonna blend that shit up and freeze it, and it'll be good for months. Like I don't, you know, it'll be fine in the freezer. So I don't care. I guess I'm the kind of the right person for that. I don't think I would do it again. I think part of me likes picking things out, like having that freedom to choose what I want at the grocery store. I don't know. This is dumb conversation. This is boring conversation. I'm boring myself with this fucking conversation. So let's get back into it.
God damn it, old man!
It's something to do.
You're an asshole because you're bored?
Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and chilling, that dinky little treehouse, mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luka Van Horn. With his perfect little life.
My life is not perfect.
Everybody in town likes you.
Not everybody.
Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked it yet, and even she already likes you.
You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luka gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh. It must be raining out here.
Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
Luka's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Do not sleep. I don't think this is just a friendly warning for everyone out there. Do not sleep in frozen environments without shelter and cover. That is like, I see this and I'm just like, these two kids are gonna die. Like, don't do that.
Luka,
Yeah?
I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse.
What do you think?
Not bad.
I'll give you the full tour when we get back.
You know what?
That's all Luka could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
Aww.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
Aww.
The house
Iggy.
smelled of warm bread.
Oh, everybody, another one of these dream moments. We're all just gonna close our eyes and enjoy.
Luka was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luka spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luka turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. "Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this." The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. "It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you?" Luka snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. "Remember what?" The doppelganger pointed to the couch. "The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us." Luka turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. "That's not true. He didn't abandon us." The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. "Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you." The world flickered and pulsed. Luka was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went." He grabbed Luka's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luka heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. "Do you remember what we did next?" Luka gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. "Damn it, Walt, we can't afford to get involved in this." She was scared. His father stepped forward. "What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them." Luka's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luka flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luka, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luka descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luka eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luka placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luka's ears. Listen to me, Luka. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luka hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Damn, don't know who's cutting
A
onions.
figure approached
Out my window, but
silently from the foggy snowfall.
goddamn! Oh, just stabs you right in the fucking heart, that story. Talk about a dream sequence that's just a nightmare to go through. Oh, man. Oh, little baby Luka. So sweet. Anyway, now back to our story.
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
Wonder who this could be.
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luka looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
Very calm, yet distinguished. Maybe more like this. A little bit of a yield in it. Yes, something like this. I like this. You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean?
Take it easy, Iggy.
We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads.
I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy.
You didn't hurt nobody.
Anybody.
Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me? You!
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-headed, scarf-necked furball?
Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nate.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat buzz off?
Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Oh, it is Nat. It's not Nate. Sorry. I always do that with names. I always think they have like you have to have another vowel next to the vowel for it to have that sound, but I know names sometimes break that rule, so I always just go with what my gut says, and I was wrong on this one. So Nat, buzz off. Wait! Do you live here? Yeah, I don't want this guy to leave. Why is he trying to get rid of him? He might have some answers. What the fuck's going on? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that.
Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not?
Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are.
Alrighty, that does it. Luka, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luka and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay. Open them.
For a brief moment, Luka and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weep Woods. Or we teleported to some alternative universe. Or is this all some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons? But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Yeah, fanciful. Oh. For those who didn't know like me, exciting in only the imagination or fantasy. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful.
Just give it to us straight.
So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here. But the town you've called home... Excuse me, so sorry.
Nice one!
But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless.
That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town.
Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the immeasurable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revolution even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luka and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. I don't know why the narrator didn't read that line. The narrator took a day off on that one. That was the narrator's sick day.
So, you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed?
Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source.
What'd you say? The source? Source? I'm trying to say source with that accent. Why'd you say the source like that?
Why, indeed.
Luka began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home,
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weep Woods. Oh no. Oh no, oh no.
Chapter 6. The Source.
And we will learn what that source is on the next episode. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. It's getting good. Hopefully it's starting to come together. Where are we? Who is Nat? What the fuck is going on? So just gonna have to wait and see. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out, joining me on this little adventure. I hope you're enjoying it. I definitely am. And as always, take it easy and peace.